Our story begins in the midst of a massive battle, where our protagonist, Aang, reflects on how he doesn't deserve the title of humanity's strongest warrior. He recalls how he nearly defeated all 7 fin demons and wonders why the ancient king's stele now depicts an 8-fin demon. Aang thinks to himself that humans fail to grasp the true extent of the demon's power. He blames himself for failing to live up to his reputation as humanity's mightiest warrior. The demon stares intently at Aang, and Aang glances back, wondering what it is trying to do. As he drifts into unconsciousness, he contemplates whether the demon plans to torment his corpse. When Aang opens his eyes, he is shocked and confused, as he was certain he had just died. He looks at his hands, wondering if it's some kind of bizarre dream. Then, as he touches his face, he realizes this isn't his body. His once handsome, chiseled face and strong physique are gone. Aang continues to touch his face, overwhelmed with confusion, as he tries to understand where he is and what has happened. The answer to that question is quickly revealed. He is in Helios City. Just then, a blond man begins to shout at everyone, saying they must understand what it means to take part in the warrior exam. He explains that a warrior represents protection and hope. The blond man is then introduced as Jai Yao Tang, the 3rd squadron leader of Helios City. He continues, recounting that in the year 3069, after the 6 steles of the ancient king brought an apocalypse upon the world, thousands of demons poured forth from them, slaughtering humans. However, after enduring a gruesome battle that nearly drove humanity to extinction, humans finally developed a method to fight back. By recycling the inner cores of demons, they created equipment that temporarily granted them strength on par with the demons. 60 years ago, humanity's strongest warrior, Aang the man all warriors hailed as king led warriors from around the world. They fought in what would become known as the strongest demonic wave in history. The battle raged on for weeks, plunging humanity into darkness. Finally, the warriors managed to push back the demonic wave, causing the demons to suffer tremendous losses and securing 60 years of peace and progress for humanity. Aang's eyes widen as he realizes he has reincarnated 60 years into the future. Jai Yao Tang lowers his head and solemnly states that the peace humanity now enjoys came at a heavy cost. Countless warriors lost their lives, including humanity's strongest warrior, Aang, who was reported to have died battling several high-ranking 7-fin demons. Jai Yao Tang emphasizes that the battle between humanity and the demons symbolizes humanity's determination and tenacity to usher in a new era. That battle was recorded in history as the Battle of Dawn. Aang's eyes widen again as he thinks to himself that Jai Yao Tang is mistaken. The highest-ranking demon isn't a 7-fin demon, but an 8-fin demon, he is certain, as he saw one just before his death. Captain Jai Yao Tang clenches his fist, shouting that without the sacrifices of the previous warriors who put their lives on the line, humanity would have perished. He then asks the group if they now understand what it means to be a warrior. Everyone shouts yes, but Jai Yao Tang notices Aang murmuring about the fin demons. Jai Yao Tang approaches Aang and gets in his face, accusing him of not understanding what it means to be a warrior. He demands to know Aang's name. Aang considers giving a fake name, but Jai Yao Tang glances at his name tag and is shocked to realize Aang's identity. He insults Aang, calling him a stupid bastard without a shred of a warrior's spirit, and then sucker punches him, sending him flying backward. As Aang tumbles, he notes how weak his current body is, remarking that he would have easily dodged that punch with his previous body. Before he hits the ground, another student catches him. Jai Yao Tang glances at Aang and informs him that he will be watching him closely in the upcoming warrior examination. He then directs everyone to head to the examination grounds, where the physical fitness test will commence. As Aang lays on the floor, the boy who had previously stopped him from flying asks if he is okay. He then remarks that Aang's name is very honorable and introduces himself as Lan Sinuo, asking Aang if he wants to be friends. Just then, someone with their face hidden in the shadows insults Aang, claiming he doesn't even compare to the original Aang. she continues, calling Aang a brat and stating that just because he shares the same name as the legendary warrior Aang, he shouldn't think he has the same capabilities. Flicking her hair back, she walks away, calling Aang childish. Aang becomes upset at her arrogance and questions why she cares so much about his name. Lan Sinuo explains that the girl is the most anticipated soldier of their batch. He reveals her name as Sido Lu, a young woman nicknamed the Cold-Blooded Demon and a member of the esteemed martial family of Helios City, the Sido noble family. Aang thinks to himself that the Sido surname sounds very familiar. Lan Sinuo helps Aang up, and just then, someone clicks a picture of the moment. The photographer, revealed to be a girl with pink hair, jokes that Aang and Lan Sinuo shared a moment of bromance. As we get a closer look at her, she tells them to ignore her. Lan Sinuo asks if she was the one who took the picture, and she confirms it. She then introduces herself as Suju Yaohui, stating that it's nice to meet them. The scene shifts to the physical evaluation field. Aang, despite his current weak body, believes he is still the strongest soldier. He finds it disrespectful that they even discuss what it means to be a warrior in front of him, and feels confident his results will shock everyone. The referee announces that the first test will be a long-distance run to test perseverance. He fires the gun into the air, signaling the start of the test. Everyone begins sprinting, and Aang is determined to finish in first place. However, he ends up coming in last, breaking the record for the worst time ever recorded. As everyone laughs at him, Aang thinks to himself that this body is even more useless than he had anticipated. The second test is one of arm strength, where Aang finishes last again, even twisting his wrist in the process. The third test, a test of leg strength, also sees Aang placing last, achieving only half the score of Sido Lu, who scoffs and calls him an idiot. The referee announces that Aang has placed last in every test and is on the verge of elimination, leaving him shocked. The referee suggests to Jai Yaotang that they eliminate Aang directly based on his poor results, but Jai Yaotang shakes his head, stating that despite his results, Aang still has the right to participate in the second assessment. He approves the start of the second round. The warriors are informed that the second round will test how synchronized their frequency is with synthetic armor. Hearing this, a smirk grows on Aang's face as he recalls that in the past, his synchronization frequency with synthetic armor was 96%. Even if his body is weak, the synchronization depends on willpower, and he is determined to show everyone the synchronization of the strongest warrior. Aang is surprised by the synthetic armor of today compared to before, noting that it is significantly lighter. Sido Lu achieves a synchronization frequency of 39%, leaving everyone shocked. As she walks toward the lounge, everyone praises her, and once there, she is thrilled with her results. Aang is impressed by Sido Lu's synchronization rate, and Lan Sinuo agrees, remarking that her slim physique seems to conceal a raging vigor. Lan Sinuo then notes that Aang doesn't seem nervous, to which Aang responds that he is used to having his synchronization frequency checked. This leaves Lan Sinuo confused. As the assessment continues, many participants who come into contact with synthetic armor for the first time make pained expressions, as the bodies undergoing synchronization feel a strong surge due to the force emitted by the demonic monster core. Some, unable to withstand the force, give up, while those who achieve a synchronization rate of over 10% pass the assessment. Among the notable results is Suju Yaohui, who achieves a score of 30%. Jai Yaotang notes that they've discovered some capable rookies. A woman in white adds that, including Suju, 6 rookies have achieved a synchronization frequency of 30% or above. Jai Yaotang also mentions that there are some rookies with poor innate qualities. Finally, it is Aang's turn. As he walks onto the steps, he is determined to make everyone who laughed at him cower in fear.